is it an is?
Yeah.
It still sounds like that, yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Who knows?
Yep.
I use a spider to cast one of my spells.
Is this better?
No, I use a spider to cast one of my spells.
No, he asked if it was better.
What?
Yeah, it's a little better, Krish.
His mic.
It's like
I think Kansas heard you as, it is a spider?
yeah.
God damn, we haven't even fucking started and shit's falling apart.
What, it done?
I started recording, if that makes it better. So I got all that.
All
Oh
right.
boy.
Recording for what?
His
He is
YouTube channel?
YouTube stuff.
Recording the stuff and the things. Oh god. Where the fuck? I got so many tabs open. Why are warlocks so complicated? Fuck.
Want to talk about tabs?
Oh god, I haven't. No. Shit. Fuck. No. I
Are
haven't
you
added
good?
in the tabs. No, I haven't even added in the stats for my Raven yet. Shit.
Well, that shouldn't
Damn
matter
it.
right now. Right?
His Raven has real quick stats to fill in.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
It's basically just a sentient magic item. It has its basic stats, maybe an attack or two, but otherwise its personality is whatever he decides.
It's got the stats of the fucking Raven. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just plug. You don't have to roll for anything.
I named it Poe.
Oh, I love that. Edgar Allan Poe
Hey,
is
Jake,
like my favorite poet, one of my favorite poets, and
Yeah,
The Raven
Stephanie.
is my favorite poem.
since I'm not making that second character, can you get rid of that tab thing?
Your extra character sheet?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Should be gone.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Alright, so are we all basically ready so I can get this shit show on the road?
Mike, Raven has a Constitution modifier. Can I make it seduce someone?
With Constitution?
Or no, Charisma.
Man, that's a big gut you got there.
Shit.
It just has that much fortitude. It's just like it's so stoic that women just fall for it.
Okay, alright.
Oh god.
Yeah,
No.
it has a 2 in intelligence, unless it's really like squawking real hot. Like, I don't think I can seduce anyone with it.
To be fair,
Okay. I'm gonna have like less than 5 minutes, but more than 1 minute, and I'll be right back. I'm gonna get myself something to drink.
Okay, so we're starting while he's gone.
All right.
Just kidding. Yeah, everyone bev up, snack up.
Actually, good
Shut
idea.
up.
I'm gonna go get something to drink.
So, yeah, for Christmas, Haley got me the Dungeon Master's Guide, and I've been reading that thing like crazy now.
No.
It's like
You know why?
it's like 200 and some pages of just wonderfulness. Why, Stephanie?
It's because you're a big nerd.
Yep, that's me. But it's got like 60 some pages of magic items.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I found Kansas's sword. Well, the base stats for it anyways.
Ooh, neat.
I modified it slightly.
I don't need to write backstory for my fox, right?
Not unless you feel the need to.
Got it. Not doing that then.
That's quitter talk.
Okay.
If you were a druid, I would say yes, absolutely.
I am not.
So then you're fine.
Dope as hell.
Oh, you can turn on an ammo tracking API? Oh, what the fuck?
What?
What's that even mean?
It means that I can track how many arrows I fire with my bow. So
Where
it
can you do
automatically
that?
takes them from my inventory. There's a settings option.
Oh,
Ooh. I like
Were we
this.
taking track of that?
No. We decided against it. I just found it. That's all.
Cool.
The reasoning I told Vlad earlier, in case anybody else is curious, is I don't feel that it adds to the fun. Well, yes, it makes more realistic, and we might do it in future scenarios. Right now, I don't think it adds to anything.
what did I
Good
do?
point.
I don't know what you did. You'd have to tell us first.
Oh, now I fixed it.
Fuck!
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that wasn't a good roll.
Well, the options for a Raven are that its HP is either 1 or 1d4 minus 1. So a potential option with the particular route that I took would have been 0.
All right.
But instead, I simply rolled 1.
Okay.
So it did nothing for me. I was hoping maybe I could get it to like 2 HP or something.
Or Raven is a minion.
Yes, it is. Fucking badass minion.
Eric, what's the name of your guy?
1 second.
That's a weird name.
Vegavith?
Yeah. I went with one of those name generator things again.
Vegavith Stonechucker.
Last name Stone
Doing a cane. No, that's the middle one's the nickname.
Okay, so how does he typically get addressed?
You want to put it on in your thing so that way I can see what the name is?
It is in the
Otherwise,
thing.
here you're your axe here.
How do I change that?
That's your actual character name, so you'd have to go into your settings. That gear in the upper right. And
Found it.
did you see you found it? Okay. Can you all in Discord real quick for me change your Discord name to your character? If it's not
Why?
All of us?
except for you, Steph, you're probably fine.
He's recording.
Yeah, and I have the Discord. Like, I have images of us so people know who's talking.
Oh, wait. So in Discord, change our nickname to.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'm gonna put the last name on there.
So do you prefer Vegavith or Stonechucker?
Vegavith.
Then why have the nickname Stonechucker?
Because that's what the fucking character sheet said to do.
Lord.
Depending on his backstory. Like, that might be the only thing some people know him as, or the only thing that some people refer to him as.
Goliaths
Maybe
have
it's
two names.
maybe it's a nickname like
Goliaths
like
have
from
two names.
Hold on.
Well, they have 3 names. Goliaths have their first name, and then they have their nickname that their clan leader gives them, and then they have their clan name.
Alright, alright, let me stutter for a second. Something that's been a problem in the past, can we make a habit of not talking over people? Like, just as a general rule. I've noticed it a problem in the past times. Nobody's more guilted than the last or the next, but just I've noticed that we all, including myself, tend to talk over people.
I mean, I do it all the time. I don't really mean to. I just sort of do.
Yeah, I'm not saying anybody's malicious about it. Just let's try and respect the person that's talking. Let them finish their question. Even if it's a dumb question or you know the answer already, let them finish.
What happens if all their questions are dumb?
Well, they will be to me.
Excellent.
But I will still try and show you as much respect as I can muster. Granted, it won't be much because I'm kind of an asshole.
Perfect.
You can be an asshole. Doesn't mean that you're always an asshole. You can just be one sometimes.
Ah, fuck. Shit.
What's happening now?
There's so many expanded spells.
Well, we can get this show on the road.
Alright, so where you guys are currently is you just got... Well, you didn't... No, you did just get off a boat sailing from Point Deep over to here. Alright? You guys, at least as far as I understand, some of you were contacted by the ruler of Arbia, the Dragonborn guy over there, to come and go on an expedition of sorts. Now, we're going to go down the list, and you're going to tell me how you were contacted, or if you even were contacted. Are you just a stowaway on the ship? Are you just getting on the ship and coming with because you just want to get away? So I'll actually let you guys think for a minute, and then I'll go down the list. Does what I'm asking make sense?
Yes.
So what's this ship doing again?
The ship just carried you guys over here. It's just a transport.
What does the ship normally carry?
It's a typical troop transport. But it might be carrying supplies on this voyage as well, since it's not wartime, technically speaking. So you might find grain or various kinds of liquid.
What was its destination again?
It is leaving from Point Deep over to a little port village right there. I'll describe the village more once we get there, but for the moment, that's it.
Should we maybe give a little bit of backstory about our characters first?
We'll do that in a minute. This is building it up, so while you guys are doing that, I can work out more.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I mean, but knowing what's at that port would really help to determine why I'd want to go there.
It's a very small town, very little traffic. It's not even really a town, it's more of an outpost for the military, if anything. There's a few people that live out there, but not many. And all of the surrounding area is wilderness. There's no civilization that you would know of over there.
Well, you gonna go down the list of who needs to say what?
If you're ready, go ahead and tell me.
Alright. Well, Shump is a mercenary, so he was either hired or he's looking for work. I'm not exactly sure if we were sent here or if we're just going here on our own.
Okay, so then in that case, you were called up by the king, and he gave you a contract to protect this expeditionary force. So
Alright.
you are being paid for this.
Yep, well, they won't die if I'm being paid, so it's probably good.
And we'll say the contract is for 500 gold.
Whew. Alright, well, I'll put that contract in my inventory there.
Now, don't everybody say you want a contract just because you heard that number.
I'll go next.
Okay.
So my character was trying to flee from Point Deep because of some of her activities weren't exactly legal, and so she stowed away on this ship. And one of the guards caught her and gave her a choice. Either she would go back to Point Deep and be imprisoned, or she would help on this adventure.
So were you contacted or did you stow away?
I
Or
stowed
did you?
away.
Okay.
I stowed away, and then I was forced to either help in the mission or go to prison.
Okay, so you were caught while trying to stow away.
Yeah.
Okay.
So my character, Kazran, is a bounty hunter that just found out that there's a bounty on his own head. So I'm going to assume that there was a battle over in Point Deep, or maybe just I saw another bounty hunter looking for me, and I had to just jump on the first transport I saw to get out of there. It's probably the only reason why I'd end up in the ass end of nowhere. Nobody wants to go there unless they have a reason. So I'm probably just going to use it as an escape point and say I bribed the captain to give me a spot on the ship to just take me out of that port.
Are you at this point aware of why the ship is going over there? Or are you kind of
Is that
just
something the captain would tell me, or is that secret where he'd just say, nope, we're going to this port, and that's it?
is it something you would inquire about?
It is something I would inquire about, because I want to get on a ship that probably isn't just going to take a U-turn and go right back to Point Deep, or I want a ship that's at least leaving right now.
Okay, so then you probably would have, or it took a couple days to get there. So I would say you've probably talked to the crew and the captain, just kind of casual passing, and picked up that they're going over for a special mission, but might not know the details of it.
All right,
Does that fit in with what your character would do?
sure.
Because reading your backstory, I feel like your character would try and blend in more than just hide.
Absolutely. Or yeah, I mean, not even just blend in. Like I don't care. I paid to be there, or at least I persuaded the captain to let me be there. I'm not going to get thrown overboard.
Okay.
So just fill the time by talking to some of the other guys, I guess. Probably that and drinking.
What just happened? Why did that just happen?
What?
I had all of your character sheets open and now Chrome just closed them. I had them all wonderfully stacked. I cry every time.
So once?
Yeah.
Rip.
Alright, so I need... Who's... Okay, so I need Tim.
Huh?
How did you... Is Tim your main character? Or is... Okay.
Well,
So-
his full name is his name is Devin, but Tim is his nickname.
Okay, so should I address you as Devin or Tim?
Tim.
Okay. So Tim, how did you hear about this? Did you stow away? Were you contracted?
I heard rumors of cursed objects and arcana in the area, so I looked around and I found the contracts, so I'm headed out there. Is that good enough?
Did you stow away? Did you bribe your way on, or did you volunteer to sign up after hearing these rumors?
Volunteered to sign up.
Okay. Alright, Vegavith.
Okay. So the way I'm imagining this is that I heard a rumor somewhere that there were really big bears where this ship was going, and I'm not satisfied with the size of my current bear's head. So I beat up somebody important that I knew could get me onto the ship and convince them to give me a ride on the ship for free since I don't have a lot of money.
Hmm.
Did you catch that?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about how consequences will affect you later. Okay.
It'll be unbearable.
Oh no.
All right, so let me just make sure I have this straight. Devin, you volunteered because you heard there were rumors of cursed items to find.
Yes.
Rowena, you are fleeing Point Deep, but you were caught trying to stow away, and so your only option is to join this expedition. Shump, how do you pronounce that?
It's Shump.
Shump, you were contracted to protect the group on their adventures to the tune of 500 gold pieces. Kaz, you bribed your way in. Kazran. Sorry, I abbreviated that, I guess.
Kaz is fine.
Okay. Vegavith fought his way on, and may or may not have mortally wounded a higher-end official. Okay, so, like I said, the trip took probably about 2 days. And you guys are just getting off your ship. And when you get off, where you guys land, it's this really small wooden, like, everything's made out of wood, and everything looks kind of run down. You maybe see, like, 2 or 3 people out. You're not on a huge vessel, mind you. It's maybe 150 feet long at most. There's only like 3 or 4 buildings you see. One's pretty clearly a barracks, since there's like archery targets. There's some weapons leaning against the building. You see a central tower that's only about 50 feet tall, but it's clearly the only place to like look outside these mid-height wooden walls that go around the village, or the fort, I guess. It's pretty warm, actually. The air is very humid, though. Does anybody have any questions immediately about their surroundings?
I do not.
Okay. What? Okay, so you guys get off the vessel. You know somebody's going to be meeting you here shortly. Like, you guys were given a brief description of your mission, which is you are supposed to go looking for something, but somebody is going to be meeting you here to give you more information later in the evening. It's about midday right now.
Can I talk with the port harbor master and see if there are any other ships that are going to be leaving anytime soon?
Yes. Yes, you may. The harbor master is... Well, there's only 2 people. There's one person that's tying up the boat that just came in, and then there's another one filling out a piece of paper towards the landward.
Describe them to me. Which one looks like they're in charge?
Probably the one filling out paperwork.
All right. I'd like to walk up to him and try to, like I said, talk with him, see how if there any of the ships are going, if there's good traffic out of here.
Okay, as you walk up. Sorry, go ahead.
I just want to make the point that I kind of want to leave right now because I'm in the ass end of nowhere.
Okay, so as you approach him, he greets you pretty friendly, and he kind of looks at you strange when you ask if there's any ships leaving frequently, and is like, well, we don't get a lot of ships coming over here, period. You guys are actually the first in a couple days now.
I ask him when he expects this one to leave. Or I guess I can go and ask the cap, but I'll just ask him. He might know.
Not entirely sure, but I know we were expecting some high priority personnel coming over to assist us with something. Other than that, I'm not sure what the schedule is. They kind of keep me in the dark on this one. How tall are you, by the way?
How tall?
Yeah. Are you
5'9"?
5'9"? Okay, so you'd be looking down on this guy. He's fairly short. Looks like almost, you can't really tell if he's just a tall dwarf or he's a small human that just hasn't shaved in a long time.
All right.
I know there's more differences, but those are like, he looks pretty similar to that.
Okay. Well, I don't want to stall everyone's game too much, but my next move would be to go and talk to the captain about getting a ride off.
Okay, what's everybody else doing?
Tim is currently sitting reading a book.
Which book? You don't need a name, but like, what's it about?
Elven magic and curses.
Ooh. One of the deckhands for the ship is mopping the deck, but he's also kind of looking at you quizzically. He's missing 2 of his front teeth, by the way. What's everybody else doing?
I'm looking around, kind of confused.
Okay.
My character isn't very smart, so don't read into it.
Kind of sounds like it's a way of life.
Okay.
Are there any guards like guarding me specifically?
No.
Okay.
In fact, you were the only seemingly military personnel on the boat, I should say. Besides, like, the captain and some of the crewmen looked to be sailors, but other than that, wasn't really much.
Is the people who I'm supposed to protect on this boat like this expedition, or is this like, do I know who it is?
You don't know exactly yet, but you're guessing the other adventurers probably are. Since you probably wouldn't be hired just to protect people on a vessel.
Gotcha.
You know you were hired to protect an expeditionary force. That's pretty much all the details you have right now.
Alrighty. So I guess I want to figure out where this expeditionary force is. So I suppose I'm going to ask someone where the, I don't know, I guess nearest bar is, or I'd most likely get information.
I'm sorry, who are you asking?
I don't know, one of the dock worker people.
Okay, so it would be at about this time that the captain of the ship actually would come up and notice you guys. And he kind of comes up. He's pretty tired from the trip. He's kind of getting up there in age. It's like, do you guys know where you're supposed to be meeting this guy, or am I supposed to give you that information?
Give
More-
me that
Yes,
information.
Okay, to be clear, who he's asking is Vegavith, Shump, and anybody else who's just standing on the vessel. Alright. So since they didn't give you really any information, there's a tavern there in town. You could probably wait there for him. He shouldn't be far behind you. Allegedly, he had to take care of some business in the forest first. I think I forgot to do this. Beyond the walls of the fort, there's a pretty dense forest. I think I forgot to say that.
Okay.
Not necessarily rainforest, but maybe a cross between just a forest and a jungle. Thick underbrush, medium-sized trees with a mid-level canopy.
All right. I'm gonna make my way into town. Anybody want to come with me?
Tim begins to notice people wandering around and moving, and extracts himself from his very enthralling book.
I'll follow the group for now.
I guess I'll go with. I'm not sure who these people are.
So, still in the middle, or just finishing up the conversation with the captain, Kazaran, you would have been told that the vessel is staying, but that if he's looking for work, there might be some work for him to do around here.
Yep, I sigh, obviously disappointed that I'm not going to be able to get off this unholy rock for a while. So I remember that the guys were saying something about some sort of a job for hire. So I start following down all these other passengers that just got off the ship that look like they're in military and fighting garb.
Yeah, Jake, one quick question. You said that I was military on the ship? Because I'm definitely not.
I more meant that they would tell that you're different than just a sailor.
Okay.
Adventurers.
Yeah. I think I said except for maybe the adventurers. Because you guys definitely would stand out from normal ship hands.
Right. I just wasn't sure.
Except for maybe Kaz. Okay, yeah, I see where I mixed up a little bit.
All right. I'm going to, while I'm walking, like, towards where the captain guy pointed towards town, I'm just going to take my daggers out and kind of, like, play with them a little bit, just so that way I have them on hand, but also for something to do.
Okay. So the building that you were pointed to for the tavern is really just a one-story building. It seems to be the nicer of the buildings, and as you walk into it, it's probably about 10 feet tall to the roof, each room. Vegavith, you probably would have to duck to enter the doorway.
Okay.
But upon entering, there is... In here, there's only a few tables. It's a relatively small space, but definitely comfortable enough for the entire party, plus a few extra people to sit around without feeling like you're laying on top of each other. Off in one of the corners, on the opposite side of the, I guess, counter, but it's more of just a table sitting in the middle where the bartender is, there's a guy trying to learn the guitar. He's trying real hard, but he is just not good at it. And the bartender is kind of laughing at him a little bit, but the bartender notices you guys come in. Now this is a half elf man. He's standing probably around 6 foot tall, maybe. Hold on a second. I'm sorting through some notes to make sure I'm giving you all the information that's pertinent. He notices you guys come in, kind of looks at you really confused, as mainly a little insight here, but he doesn't see a lot of people, so he's kind of confused why randomly 5 people are walking into his shop at the same time. He does not say anything to you, though.
Are there other patrons in the tavern?
Just him and the guy trying to learn the guitar.
Dang it. Okay.
What do you
All right. I go up to the bar and I like stab my dagger, both of my daggers into the bar. I'm like, give me an ale.
He jumps back, surprised by your action. What would you like? We got a few different options here. Just please don't hurt me.
Just give me whatever.
All right. He runs into a kind of like a little corner, brings you out a mug, a good sized mug at that, and it looks red and smells a little fruity. Not too much though. It's a little thicker. That'll be 2 copper pieces.
I throw a gold piece at him and say, keep the change.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much.
So then I sit down and I start to drink.
The drink is pretty flavorful, but it really burns the throat as an aftertaste.
I'll motion for it. Is someone rolling?
Nope. Just a reaction. Go ahead.
Right, yeah. I'd like to motion to the bartender that I'd like a second of whatever her having, and I sit down and I say, well, that was quite generous of you.
I've got some extra gold these days.
Where is Tim sitting in relation to the guy playing the guitar?
It's a other side of the room-ish.
Okay, so you're. I just wanted to see if you were sitting like in the same
Wait,
corner.
I
Okay.
haven't navigated myself towards the bar or any closer to the bar. I don't intend to get a drink.
Okay, sounds good. Kaz, you got. He just put a mug in front of you with the beverage. Oh boy, his computer froze. Anyways, what's everybody else doing? Vegavith.
I don't know. Vegavith is wondering why he's not looking for a bigger bear right now.
Okay, so are you standing in the doorway? Did you move off to the side?
I moved off to the side.
Okay.
Wait, what are you looking for?
A big bear. I need to one-up the last bear that I killed.
Okay.
And Shump.
Shump is going to be standing next to the door, leaning against the wall, analyzing the people in the room.
At this point, the bartender is looking at you. So what brings you guys out to these parts? You don't often get many visitors. He would have been asking the two at the bar.
Okay. Well, since Isaac isn't here. Oh, just wanted to get away from the hustle and bustle of the city. Or maybe I was threatened to be here. I don't know. It's one of the two.
Are the rest of these folks with you?
I don't know. I just walked here. They were on the boat with me. Figured we'd all just come here together.
Well, they seem like a real friendly bunch.
Sure. We'll go with that.
Yeah, that's called sarcasm. Read about it in my dictionary the other day.
Ah, nice. I kind of throw my head up in the, okay, yeah, sure, sort of manner.
Do you do much reading?
I mean, I've read a bit in my lifetime, yeah.
All of you can hear this conversation, by the way. So while they're having this conversation, what are you all just continuing to do the same? Or are you doing anything else?
I continue to read my book with my raven looking at everyone.
I'm gonna try to walk out of the bar.
Okay. There's nothing stopping you.
I'm gonna walk out of the bar.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Oh, I thought someone left. I was like, he walked out of the bar and out of Discord.
See ya.
See you, nerd. Shump, are you just doing the same thing?
Yeah, I suppose, let me think. Yeah, am I able to just, see everyone that's in the bar currently, or?
Yeah.
Alright. And we've already gotten descriptions of everyone, right?
Yeah, if you need more, let me know, though.
Alright. Nope, Shump is just, waiting.
Okay. Kaz, are you doing anything different? Are you?
Nope.
Okay. Rowena and the bartender are kind of in the middle of a conversation, and Rowena's probably getting a little annoyed at this point, I'd imagine.
Just a
Can
little bit.
you relay that to me? Because I guess I'd be sitting right next to it.
Yeah. He just mentioned. He said something about the rest of the party being friendly, and then said that he was using sarcasm, which is a word he learned about in his dictionary the other day. You get the impression that this is not an intelligent being.
Okay.
You don't say.
I haven't done anything as of yet. I'm just gonna be watching the exchange so far. I'll stop you when I want to say something.
All right, so around this time, another figure would have entered the bar.
Hold on. I want to try something.
Okay.
All right, so then I lean over, I take my daggers out, and I just kind of lean on the bar and say, do you want to see a card trick?
Well, I'd love to.
I will bet you that gold piece that I gave you right there, that I can guess the card that you're going to draw from this deck.
Oh boy.
All right, so then I have him pick a card, the really simple, easy card trick. Like he picks a card, he puts it back in the deck. I fold it a couple of times, and then I lay the cards out and I pick out his card and flip it over. Was this your card?
Roll sleight of hand to make sure you did it right.
Oh God, that roll!
Well, to be honest, I can't really remember which card it was, so I think that's it.
So did I get it or no?
I mean, he doesn't really know.
He
believes you got it.
Why don't you just keep that gold piece for luck? For luck.
Okay.
That did not go the way I thought it would.
All right, so yeah, at this point, another figure enters the bar. This is a taller dragonborn wearing what appears to be heavy armor. He has red scales, and his armor is a burnt orangish red to match. On him, he's heavily scarred, probably from battle wounds, and he's got a big gash. Well, not like an open gash, but a scarred up gash on the base of his neck. He walks in and he sees most of you. He's like, all right, you're all here. We can start then.
And just who might you be?
We're all here, actually, because I thought someone walked out.
Yeah, I'm gone.
But he doesn't know that. He didn't contract Vegavith.
Oh, gotcha, okay.
And even if he was counting, I mean, I'm in here and I wasn't part of it.
Yeah. So he's not expecting everyone to get up. But if you do get up to follow, something different might happen. Are you two done flirting at the bar?
We're not flirting.
I mean, I'd like to remind everyone that I am, by profession, a bounty hunter, and I just saw someone try to con someone.
This is true. Okay, so
yeah, let's call it flirting.
When he says that, what does everybody do?
I down my ale, grab my daggers, and say, well, I guess I've got nothing better to do.
Here's to that.
I sniff to myself, and my raven makes some cooing noises.
Cool.
I will follow, muttering something about ships not leaving port promptly.
Son, you're lucky there was a ship going here in the first place.
Yeah, let's call it luck.
Call it whatever you want. You're here now. Anyways.
Shump's gonna walk forward with his arms crossed, sort of like, I'm here, but he's not gonna say anything.
Hold on, I'm reading something real quick. Devin, is this something I should be reading right now?
No.
Okay.
Read it in your own time.
Okay. Alright, so Devin got up and moved over. Rowena got up. Kaz, you got up. Shump, I'm sorry, I missed what you said.
I was leaning against a wall. I stopped doing that and moved forward.
Okay.
My arms crossed.
The guy notices that more people than he thought. He's like, oh. There's more people here than I thought. Excellent. I'll make this easier. He then motions for you all to come sit at a table.
I will stand near the
Shump
table.
goes to sit.
I push my book into my robes and I sit down at the table.
I'm sorry, I said before, I will stand near the table, but not sit. Maybe lean against the wall, if there's a wall near the table.
There is.
Yeah, lean one shoulder against the wall, cross my arms cross the ankles. Casual lean.
It might be noted that both me and my raven are staring at this man in a way that might unsettle someone.
Okay. This guy looks like he's seen some shit, and I don't think he really even takes notice. If he does even notice, honestly.
Fair enough.
I'm sitting on top of the bar, just like watching all of this unfold. I'm
Okay.
still like taking part in the conversation. It's just I'm sitting on the bar away from everyone.
So I'll cut to the chase here. I don't want to waste any of your time. We've been having a situation back in the main country. Lately it seems that undead hordes have been coming out of nowhere and raiding villages in the area. We've sent several teams to try and battle these, but think we might need to go for alternative methods. But anyways, the reason you guys are here. We recently sent a team out on a mission, I guess you could call it, to a different plane. Unfortunately, something has gone wrong, and we can't get them back.
What do you mean you can't get them back?
Well, the person that took them there has gone missing. And now around this area, there's rumored to be a special cave that might assist with this. What we need you to do is find this cave, get us in, and then come back and report where it is. By get us in, he means basically confirm its existence, like go in and confirm that it is what you're looking for.
Oh, well, why didn't you say that? That sounds reasonable.
I look directly at him and ask, which plane, may I ask?
I guess since we're all friends out here. And unfortunately, it seems that they were whisked away to the abyss.
Hold on. Oh shit, not that character. Alright. Do you think I should roll history or insight to see if I know about the abyss? Or possibly arcana?
Let's go history. Go ahead, Kaz.
I was going to ask along
Oh.
similar lines if knowledge of the abyssal planes or even like traveling between planes is common knowledge.
Traveling between planes is not common knowledge.
Not just how.
Like, planes lore is really just... It's not something that's really discussed because it's such an abstract thing. It's not something a common person would discuss. Though... did you mean to roll that as Poe?
It's Tim's roll. I just
Okay.
didn't mean to roll it as Poe. I have to remember to swap between the characters.
The Abyss rings a few bells, but you can't really recall anything specific.
Okay.
Can I roll insight to see if I know this guy's true intentions?
Yes. His intentions seem pure.
Okay. So how will we know that this is the cave you're looking for?
You'll know. Trust me.
Is it scary? Is it full of ponies and unicorns? Like, what is this about?
Well, I'll level with you. Just about everything over here is going to be scary. How much do you know about the history of this place?
Can I roll for history?
Devin scoffs at the word scary.
No, you don't have to roll. Just, does your character know much?
I don't know a whole lot, but I've heard rumors.
Well, let me give you a history lesson. Long ago, we were not as unified as you might see us as now. Before, we were spread out. We were all, I guess, more or less divided countries, not working together very well. But then, one day, out of nowhere, we started getting raided by various horrors and undead abominations coming out, and we discovered the source was over on this side of the waves. This is the story of what brought us together. We banded together as one and fought them back. And we were able to shut down their creator and destroy the source of their planar travels, which lies somewhere in this forest, and that is what you are looking for. We didn't exactly destroy it like we told everyone, more or less sealed it up. But it's been a long time since anyone knew or even talked about where this was located.
So let me get this straight. You had some big bad evil thing that you just kept away instead of actually destroying it, and now you've lost it. Now you need it again.
I guess that about sums it up. Unfortunately, it was before my time, otherwise, let me tell you, I'd have some words.
The local leaders, did they know anything about this?
What you know now is known by only a handful of people back in the country. And I urge you to not share this information with the wrong people.
Hold up, I'm just gonna metagame for 1 second. The city that I'm from, Jake, how the hell do you pronounce that?
Lowry? Lowry?
No. Is that the one that I...
Which one are you looking for? Let's ping it.
Hold on. Hold on, I have to go back into my... Oh, okay. Lowry, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
Shump wants to stop wasting time and get on with the mission.
I have one last question. Did any leader in Lowry know about this? That's me as Rowena.
I know. Lowry. Why would anybody in that dump know about this?
Okay, well, I glare at him for one and say, you better hold your tongue about what you say about that.
I command legions. I'm not afraid of offending one citizen.
You don't know who you just offended.
I'm sure I've offended worse. But nonetheless, if you wish to defend your little town, this is probably the best way to go about it. Kaiser, are you trying to say something?
No.
Poe squawks loudly at them, and I say, "Enough! Let's get on with this. You can squabble later."
I like the way you think.
First, I'd like to talk about what sort of reward we're getting for this.
Well, on the off chance you don't find a reward along the way, I'm sure we can talk once the mission's done.
We'll be in touch.
Okay. Is everything settled here then?
Shump is gonna stand up from the table.
He motions to you. Shump here is going to be your protection along the way should you need any extra muscle. the place you're going is probably about a 3, maybe 4 days hike through the wilderness. I would suggest resting up here for the night and getting started in the morning.
Are there any rooms in this dinky town?
Yeah. You'd be able to find a place to stay.
Okay. That was...
Does that answer your question adequately?
Yes, but I was asking in character.
Ah, sorry.
It's okay.
I broke my own rule.
Yes, you did.
Don't worry about your accommodations. Hold on, not done. I need to look at a sheet real quick. Artok and I have already squared away who's paying for your stay, so you should have your rooms ready for you. You have any other questions for me? Otherwise, I'll be heading off.
No, I think we're good.
Alright then. And he turns and heads and walks out the door. Alright. Now, Vegavith's little adventure. That took about 20 minutes, Vegavith. What have you been doing?
Okay, so the first thing I did when I walked outside was I scanned to find the person who looked the strongest of those present.
Alright.
Did I find anybody that I view as strong?
There is a guy that just walked in from the gate carrying a bunch of logs.
Okay, I'm gonna go up and talk to him. Excuse me, sir. Sir.
Ugh! This little dwarf guy drops all the logs. Yeah, what? Hi.
Hello there. I heard of bear in this country. I wish to know where I can find the closest bear.
You're looking for a bear.
Yes, or any wild animal. I prefer large animal, but any wild animal will do.
Well, this is the wilderness. So if you just walk into it, you're probably gonna find something.
Thank you for your assistance, small one. I will venture outward.
This guy's really just taken aback at how well-spoken this Goliath is. Like, he's never seen somebody as tall as you. Just like, what the hell?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. So, moving on.
Okay.
I'm going to go out into the wilderness. I guess if we're saying this takes place in the span of 20 minutes, I probably get a little ways out, I imagine. Metagame, is that okay?
Yeah, I'd say so. Probably had about 10 minutes to walk.
Okay. So, do I find anything in my short 10-minute venture into the wilderness?
Not a ton.
Would it be
Though
like
you
small
would-
woodland creatures?
You would notice that the underbrush is starting to thin out.
So still like trees, but just less bushes and shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
You would also hear like birds chirping. You would probably see a squirrel or two running around. No big animals though.
Okay. Well, I'm going to attempt to catch one of the squirrels.
Okay. Are you trying to lay a trap, or are you trying to just catch it with your hand?
Just with my hand. I don't think my trap merits this kind of usage.
Okay. So a squirrel just ran right between your legs.
I will attempt. I'm gonna attempt to grab it. I totally see myself just falling on my face, though.
That's gonna be a dex check.
Okay. Haha.
Yeah, so you went to grab it, but instead, like, you completely misjudged how tall you were, swung, but then the weight of your arm, like, was way more than you thought it would be, and you end up tripping and then falling flat on your face.
Okay.
It's amazing how exactly what you thought would happen happened.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I mean, I guess I'm a little bit discouraged at this point.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm gonna punch the nearest tree.
Okay, so out of frustration, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
So you wind up and you punch this tree, and it's a rather thick tree next to you, and it doesn't really hurt you. You kind of crack the wood a little bit, like not all the way through, but like the bark kind of chips a little bit. The tree vibrates, and a bunch of birds take off from its upper branches.
And the world's
Okay.
biggest bear falls out.
Please, DM, please.
No.
Yeah, that wouldn't fit in the tree. Are you kidding me?
Hey, bears climb trees. I don't know,
Not
man.
the world's biggest. It's bigger than a tree.
I guess we probably have different views of what the world's biggest bear looks like.
What if it's a big tree?
It's twice your size.
Twice.
It's not a big. It's a gargantuan bear.
That would be pretty fucking big. What, is he standing up?
No, on all fours, he's taller than you, twice size.
Whew. That is a very big. Yeah, he wouldn't fit in that tree.
We're talking like the wiener dog of bears, then.
Jesus.
Because I'm imagining it's a normal sized bear, but when it stands up, its torso is just like 9 feet
on
long.
all fours, it's taller than him. What are you talking about?
Oh boy.
That is a very
Anyways,
big bear.
back
So that's
on track.
probably all I accomplish in 20 minutes, I imagine.
No, you got a little time yet.
Okay. I'm going to continue venturing further, having satisfied my need to punch something.
Okay, now is when your time would be up.
Okay. Fair enough.
Alright, it's kind of mid-evening though, now, just so you know. Everyone knows that now. So, back at the tavern, what's going on?
I would like to know where my room is.
Hold on, I took a bite. Your room, it's gonna be,
We'll go to his room.
What?
Shump wants to know where his room is, and he'll go there.
Well, all your rooms are gonna be out the front door, and if you just go around the back of the building, there's another building attached, and that's where all your rooms are gonna be.
Do we all have separate rooms?
Yep, we were able to make that happen. Little last-minute remodeling.
Devin rises from the table, and his bird precedes him out of the door.
That's a neat bird. I gotta get me one of those.
As Devin hears this as he's leaving and scoffs, I have more knowledge in my pinky finger than you have in all of your body. Good luck with that.
Hey, thanks. You're probably right, but yeah, I'll try.
I slam the door.
What a nice guy.
I do just like a little two-fingered salute, and I walk out the door.
He has no idea what a salute is. So he has no idea what you just did.
Kind of figured.
Everyone else?
I will shake my empty glass at the bartender. Just tap the table twice for another one.
Alright, sir, coming right up.
Gonna settle down for, I guess, the night, because I'm gonna be here a while, so I'm gonna drink a bit, and if nothing happens at the bar, I'll turn in once it starts getting dark. Or once it gets too dark, I'd say I'll wait about an hour or two after dusk.
So, if I'm not mistaken, Devin, Rowena, and Shump have all gone off to their rooms, correct?
Correct. For me, at least.
Shump, did you go to your room?
Once I figured out where it was, yes.
Okay. Yeah, you guys just went around the back. It's same rickety construction. Rooms are kind of small. Bed is not exactly great. It's more of a cot. Vegavith, you notice it's starting to get a little dark.
Yep. I'm used to wandering around in the wilderness, so I'm going to set up my bedroll for sleep.
Okay.
Actually, do Goliaths sleep in bedrolls?
I do not know.
I don't think it said in the whatever. I'm gonna set it up.
Yeah, you tell me. I assume you have a Goliath-sized bedroll, so
I would assume so as well. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
the only thing that would really happen is, Kaz, you would notice that the guy playing guitar, probably about 20 minutes after you've been sitting there, just all of a sudden goes, "Dag nabbit!" Blew a string again. Hey, Artok, how long until the next shipment arrives? I need to get another one of them. And then they kind of have a conversation about how there's not going to be another shipment, how they've been over this, and how if he wants lessons, he just needs to come and ask.
All right. I'm going to be listening to this, but I'm just going to be even more annoyed.
Later, the captain does enter, and he orders a drink at the bar. He's sitting at a table, though, by himself.
Can I persuade him at all to kind
To what you cut out there?
Sorry. Well, see, I'm thinking there's no real reason for a captain to sit at port with his ship for a couple months. I start kind of trying to say, hey, why don't we, go and sail down to like, say, Strux Harbor? Let's just, you can drop me off there. You can probably pick up some, spend some time in a decent port, and then you can absolutely sail back over here once you actually are needed to.
I like the quiet. That's his response to you.
I see.
I'm not going to make you roll there because it sounded like you were already having the conversation and like trying. So.
Well, yeah, that's what I was insinuating. That I would roll for that, but whatever. If you don't, if his response is gonna be that regardless, then I don't need to roll.
Yeah, since this isn't like a super complicated persuasion, I figured you were pretty successful in your attempt. Like, it was a pretty good attempt.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just continue in silence. I'm a little bit more peeved at this captain. Might not be like hiding my swords or anything like that anymore. They might slip out from underneath my coat. But yeah, I guess I'll just finish drinking. If nothing else happens for the night, I'll wander back to the back of the tavern and turn in.
Okay. Yeah, not much interesting happens in the bar for the rest of the night. Everybody kind of sticks to themselves. So I assume at this point, after about another half an hour, you've probably gone back to your room.
Yeah.
Okay. So the night passes pretty uneventfully. Guys all wake up early in the morning.
Sorry, you cut out there.
The night passes uneventfully, and you all wake up early in the morning. Probably around 6:30. If we had to put a time on this.
It's probably easier to say things like sunrise.
Yeah.
Shump gets himself ready and moves to the front of the bar, waiting outside the door.
Good morning there, sir. Would you like some breakfast?
Wait, we're in the bar? I thought I was outside.
I thought you said you walked to the front of the bar. Okay.
To, like, the front of the bar.
Alright,
building.
I misheard you.
We have to go outside to get in, right?
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if you meant... Okay, so you're outside the building. Then that conversation did not take place.
I get up and get ready, and then I double check all of my wares to make sure that I have everything that I came in with. And then I walk out and stand fairly close to Shump, but still enough away that I can dash away if need be.
Okay.
Were we told? I forget. Sorry. Were we told to wait somewhere for someone?
Nope.
All right, then I guess I walk around towards the bartender and ask him what he's serving. I'm assuming I know he didn't have the conversation. I'm just assuming he's serving breakfast.
Yep. There you get. It's not really a menu. You more get like one or two options. One is a heartier breakfast. One is a more lean breakfast. Both include some form of milk or water.
I'll take the hearty breakfast and a glass or a pint of ale. Let's get this morning started right. And then I inquired the bartender about what there is even to do in this town, because apparently I don't know what I'm waiting for.
Well, after that conversation with the guy last night, I thought you were going with them.
Yeah, we'll see. And I don't know when they're gonna show up.
You would have had to walk past Shump to get into the building, so you're aware he's there, but Rowena probably hasn't arrived yet.
That's what I
Suddenly,
was...
you see the door to the bar slam open, and the Raven comes in, squawks a little bit, and lands on a table. Soon to follow is Devon.
Does that change the conversation, Cause?
Nope.
Well, there really isn't a whole lot to do around here, in all honesty. That's why I like living here. It's simple. I wake up, I serve the soldiers that are here a little bit of breakfast. Sometimes there's a shipment to offload. Sometimes there's wood to go cut. Pretty simple life out here.
Yeah, simple, I guess. So I'm definitely even more like, do not think highly of this little town and its people in it.
I walk in when I hear simple town and I mutter under my breath, yeah, simple town for the simple-minded, I suppose.
Shump, realizing everybody has gone into the bar, goes in and orders some breakfast.
Breakfast is going to run you 8 copper pieces, by the way, for everyone that's ordering the hearty breakfast.
Ooh, wow. I'll take a double hearty breakfast.
He serves you guys all up. And unless otherwise stated, I assume you pay.
Yes, I do.
What's...
Yep.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, I was just saying, I was agreeing, sorry.
Vegavith, what are you up to?
I'm gonna wake up, discover that I'm hungry, and consume one of my rations. I think that's the normal thing to do, right?
Yes.
Okay, so doing that, and then I'm going to continue journeying onward in my search of a bear or a large animal.
Okay. Do any of you guys at the bar care that you notice you don't have a Goliath with you anymore, or a giant creature? Being Vegavith.
I mean, I noticed he was on the boat, but he left before the Dragonborn guy arrived, so I assumed that he wasn't here for the same business as us.
Saying like I would have talked to him on the boat, but he probably would have been very clear that he's there to get himself a new bear.
Tim don't give a fuck.
Okay. Alright, so you guys have all finished your breakfast at this point. Vegavith has began wandering again. Probably hasn't gotten too far from where he started.
All right, so should we get this show on the road, or do we have something else that you guys want to do in this dinky town?
Tim, while taking a sip of water, his bird squawks at you in agreement.
What does a bird
Alright.
squawking in agreement sound like?
Shh. Just let it happen.
All right, the bird agrees. I'm out, and I start walking out the door.
Tim gets up to follow.
Since it's my job to protect these people I follow.
I say, well, at least maybe something interesting will happen, so I follow as well.
And you guys start heading out of town?
Yep. Or at least I am. I'm heading off to the woods.
Tim remembers the big giant that was with us at one point. He whispers to Poe, "Go up, fly, find that oaf, see if you can lead him back here. He would be useful in a journey such as this."
I was gonna say, I like how the most nihilistic member of the party is the one that's gonna take responsibility for him.
I mean, breaking fourth wall here, why would any of us in character want to? I mean,
He's
you would
muscle.
kind of
Like,
have brought this on yourself.
It's literally the reason I just stated is the only reason we would care.
yep, that's the only reason I can think of they would care as well. So that was probably pretty good.
All right, back in character.
It's time for a bathroom break for me. I'll be back.
All right.
We just left the bar.
Like we
This
just
isn't in character. This is in real life.
so no, I'm imagining us just like we just take one step past the gates into the forest, and he's like, you know what? I gotta go take a bathroom break, and just leaves.
His character just freezes in place, and he just goes slack jawed and starts drooling and pisses himself. Time for a bathroom break. Duh.
Oh my goodness.
This is our guard.
Go bathroom.
She says with her face half full of whatever she's chewing.
This is the man in charge of protecting us. Oh gosh.